some yoga on the dock. And what you can't see is right over here to my side is a gorgeous bald eagle sitting in the trees, looking out over the water, about to go fishing. So that's what I have the opportunity and the privilege of surrounding myself with for yoga today. And I just wanted to share that with you. So let's go ahead and get started. Sit back in a comfortable seated position. If you can do cross-legged, great. If this is uncomfortable for you, then I recommend that you get a block or a blanket and put it underneath your hips a little bit to kind of tip you forward. It takes the pressure out of your low back. Let's close our eyes. Take a nice deep breath into your nose, filling up your tummy with air. And then a slow exhale through your mouth, breathing out all stress, tension. Take another nice deep inhale, filling up your tummy, this time expanding your ribs. And then another slow exhale through your mouth, breathing out any worries, concerns. Take another nice deep inhale through your nose, filling up your tummy, expanding your ribs. At the end, the chest lifts. And then a slow exhale through your mouth, coming to this time, this place, and this moment. Now, just gentle in and out nose breathing. Open your eyes. All right, let's start with a few little sitting warm-ups, and then we will go to standing and warm our body up with some sun salutations in the sun. Alrighty, go ahead and sit back again. Relax your shoulders down and away from your ears, and then let's slowly drop our right ear towards our right shoulder and pause. Feel that nice stretch on the side of your neck. And then slowly move the head to center. And let's drop it over to the other side. And enjoying the stretch on this side of your neck. And then to center. Gently tuck your chin to your chest. Pause once more, feeling the length in the back of your neck. And then ever so slowly lift your chin and bring your gaze just a little bit to the sky, letting your neck lead the way. No need to really crank it up there. Just opening up the front part of this part. And then let's come back to center. Let's do some shoulder warm-ups, all right? So let's roll the shoulders forward and back, forward and back. Last time, forward and back. And then let's go back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Inhale your arms out to a T. Bring your arms to the center. Cross your right arm under your left in an X, bending at the elbows. Gently bring your hands up. Now your hands could be this far apart or this far apart, or maybe you can touch your palms together. Doesn't make any difference. But when you're up there, gently lift up your elbows. Press your hands just a little bit away from your face. Close your eyes and feel this nice shoulder to shoulder stretch. Take a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, let's slowly bring our elbows down towards our chest, folding forward and opening up our back bodies. Breathe into your back body. Feel that the back ribs are now expanding. With your tummy hugging your spine, gently come on up. T, back to the center, this time left under right, bending again at the elbows, and whichever way your hands come towards each other or together, lifting up your elbows, closing your eyes again, push your hands a little bit away from your face, breathing into the shoulder to shoulder stretch. Tummy hugs the spine, and let's gently drop our elbows towards our tummies, folding forward again, opening up our back body. Again, deep breath in through your nose into the back body, just feeling those ribs expand. And then a slow exhale through your nose. Tummy hugs the spine. Inhale yourself back up, arms out to an X, out to a T, and then back to your knees. You can go ahead and shrug out your shoulders a little bit. Bring your fingertips down to each side of you on the mat. Inhale your right arm up overhead. Now engage the shoulder blade into your back, but then feel like you're reaching with the fingertips, and you'll feel that you get length all the way down the side body that way. And then bending the arm that's down, just kind of come on over. Now, gently turn your head to look at your hand that's down on the mat and feel the difference that makes in your stretch. And then turn your head back towards the front and come on up and over and down. Let's do the other arm. Inhale up, engaging the shoulder blade, then reaching with the fingertips and coming on down to this side. Breathing into the length and the stretch. Now gently turn your head towards the hand that's down and feeling the difference that makes in the stretch. And then come back to center. Fingertips up and then down by your sides. Once again, let's shrug out the shoulders. Alright, let's come onto our hands and knees into tabletop. And this is a great time to pad your knees if they ask for it, or to pad your wrists, either with a blanket or you can roll a mat. Put the palms of your hands down on the mat, on the rolled up mat. It helps with the angle of your wrists. But whichever way you do it, bring your shoulders over your wrists, your fingers are spread apart, your index fingers are facing the front of the mat, your knees are hip width apart, and your toenails are down to the back, your toes have disappeared. Bring your gaze on the mat in between your two hands and reach your crown long and forward so you get length from the crown of your head down your neck all the way down to your tailbone. Now push a little bit away with your hands, feeling like you're getting length between the mat and your chest. Your tummy is gently hugging your spine. Everything is engaged here. And let's do some cat-cow. So inhale your head and chest up. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Pressing down and away with your hands. Inhale, heart open. Exhale, everything contract. Last time. Inhale, heart open. Exhale, everything contract. And then let's come back to center. Take your left foot and put it straight behind you, tucking your left toes. So you can go ahead and rock back and forth a little bit, feeling a nice stretch in the calf muscle there. You're also giving your toes and your arches a little bit of a stretch. All right, now come back. Your hips are over your right knee, and lift your left leg parallel behind you. And now we're going to bring our knee towards our nose and then back up. A little bit of an arch, your head looks forward, knee to the nose. Up. Last time, knee to nose. Inhale, open. And now bring that knee down. Let's switch and do the right leg. Hug the right toes And we can rock back and forth a little bit, slowly waking up the calves, the toes, arches. Alright, now have your hips over your left knee, pressing down a little bit away with your hands to get that space between your chest and the mat. Lift your right leg up behind you. Alright, now gently bring your knee towards your nose. And then let's reach it up and open up the body. And then knee to nose. And then open up again. Last time, knee to nose. And open up. And bring that knee down. Alright, walk your hands about one hand width forward. Tuck your toes. And let's push up into our first down dog. So let's walk the dog. Now we'll finish waking up the calves and now the backs of the legs. So just go back and forth at your own pace here for a moment. Come up on all 10 toes and pause, giving those toes a really nice stretch. And now gently bring your heels a little closer to the mat. Alright, let's start getting length in your down dog. Let's press down on your hands, the fleshy part between your thumb and your forefinger. And taking that length, reach it through the elbows, all the way to the shoulders. So you're pushing away with your hands, getting length in your side body. Now from your shoulders all the way down the sides of the ribs to the hips. Your hip bones may lift a little bit more. You may find that your head drops down a little bit more in between your hands. Alright, so now take that length all the way to the hips and slowly straighten your legs a little bit more maybe as your heels come a little closer to the mat. Now the length is going all the way down from your hips to your heels. And breathe. Alright, bend your knees and look forward, and let's walk our feet up to our hands. Inhale, hands to shins, nice flat back. Now the tummy comes in to hug the spine as you drop down into a forward fold. And let's inhale all the way up to mountain pose. And bring those hands down towards the heart. Alright, this is the perfect morning to do some sun salutations. Let's inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees into a forward fold. You feel your tummy on your thighs. With your right foot, step back to a lunge. Left foot, back to plank. Pressing down with your hands, giving that length between your mat and your chest. Drop your knees, point your toes, and slowly lower yourself down. Inhale, head up into baby cobra. And on the exhale, bring your head back down, tuck your toes, push your seat towards your heels, and let's come back up into down dog. And breathe. Bend your knees and look forward. Walk your feet up between your hands. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to mountain pose. And bring your hands down towards your heart. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Left foot now steps way back to a lunge. Right foot back to plank. Drop your knees, point your toes, and slowly lower yourself down. Inhale into baby cobra. Exhale, head down, tuck the toes, seat the heels, and come up into down dog. And take a breath. Now step your left foot into the center line, lift the right leg up behind you, and bend that right knee, and step your foot in between your two hands. Now if your foot doesn't want to go, then you just take the hand and you kind of scooch it up a little bit so it gets up there. And now you're in a lunge. about a 45-degree angle. Coming up on your fingertips, look forward, and then come on up into warrior one. Inhale your arms out to the side and up overhead. Your palms can touch, or you can keep your hands shoulder width apart. Makes no difference. Press down on the outside of your left foot, grounding that foot. Check out your front knee to make sure it goes over your two middle toes. It's length on each side of your body as you reach your arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down by your right foot. Spin up on your left toes. Step your right foot back. And you can drop your knees here or just slowly lower down, keeping your elbows by your ribs. Inhale, we're coming into up dog this time, or if you want to keep doing baby cobra, you can. Exhale, let's feed in down dog. And take a breath. Now step the right foot into the center line, lift the left leg up behind you. Bend the left knee, and let's get that left foot out between our two hands. Once you're there, round your back foot at about a 45-degree angle. Coming up on your fingertips, look forward for balance. And now come on up into warrior one. Inhale the arms out, lift the palms up, arms up overhead. Palms touching, our hands shoulder width apart. And let's breathe. Pressing down on the outside of your right foot. Checking out your front knee. Make sure it's not falling inside of the big toe by pointing towards the two middle toes. One more breath here. And exhale your hands down by your left foot. Spin up on your right toes. Step your left foot back into plank. Drop your knees or just slowly lower down. Inhale into baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, let's meet back in down dog. Step the left foot into the center line. Lift the right leg up behind you. Bend the right knee and step the foot in between your two knees. Round the back foot about a 45-degree angle. Coming up on your fingertips, look forward for balance. Then come up into warrior one. And breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down by the right foot. Spin up on the back toes. Step back into plank. Drop your knees or just lower down. Inhale into cobra or up dog. And exhale into down dog. Step the right foot into the center line. Lift the left leg up behind you. Bend the left knee. And let's get that left foot up between our two hands. When you're there, ground your back foot at a 45. Coming up on your fingertips, look forward. Now come on up into your warrior one. And breathe. One more inhale. And the exhale, bring your hands down by your left foot. Spin up on your right toes. Step back into plank. Drop your knees or just lower down. Inhale into cobra or up dog. And exhale into down dog. Bend your knees. Look forward. Step, hop, or jump your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale for length. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to mountain pose. And pull that energy down towards the heart. Alright, we're going to do a couple more sun salutations. Inhale, up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold and bend your knees. With the right foot, step back to a lunge. The left foot, back to plank. Drop your knees or lower down. Inhale into cobra or up dog. Exhale into down dog. Take a breath. Are you warm yet? Step the left foot into the center line, reach the right leg up behind you, bend the knee, bring the foot in between the two hands. Now this time we're going to ground the back foot at a 90-degree angle. And we're going to come on up into warrior two. So the right leg is bent, left leg is straight, arms are out to a T. You can check out your front knee, making sure again it's over the two toes in the middle to protect those knees, very important. Press down on the outside of your back foot. Slowly straighten the front leg. Now reach your fingertips out over your toe tips, bending from this crease in your thigh. Slowly come down. You can put your hand on your shin, and your left hand can come up to the sky. Now for something fun, bring your left hand down and put it on your left hip bone, and open that left hip bone a little bit, and you feel a nice opening through this leg. And now reach your arm up to the sky again. Turning from your tummy, then maybe your chest, and you can choose about your head. Some people's necks are into it, some people's necks are just not. It makes no difference. One more inhale, one more exhale. Now inhale your arms up into warrior two and bend your front knee again. Flip your front palm, reach that palm up and overhead into reverse warrior. And now bring the forearm down on the right thigh, the left arm comes up overhead into side angle. And hopefully you're reaching with your left fingertips, feeling the length all the way down, maybe into your hip and further. Now, using that left arm like the arm of a clock, reach the fingertips forward and have it pull you back into warrior two. And let's cartwheel the hands down by your right foot, spin up on your left toes, step your left foot back to plank, and drop your knees or just lower down. Inhale into cobra or up dog. Exhale into down dog. Step the right foot into the center line. Lift the left leg up behind you. Bending that left knee, let's step into between the two hands. Now, ground your back foot at a 90-degree angle. And let's come on up into warrior two. The left knee is bent. Fingertips reach out. So broaden your collarbone. Reach up with your crown. Press down on the outside of your back foot. Make sure your front knee is not trying to scoot in on the big toe. Slowly straighten that left leg, that front leg. Out over those toe tips again. Holding over from up on your toes. Shift your weight forward like you're going into plank, but drop your hips into up dog. And then lift off with those sit bones back into down dog. Let's do that again. Come up on your toes, shift your weight forward, drop your hips, and then come back into down dog. Bend your knees down to the mat, cross at the ankles, or just come into sitting. So have your knees bent and your feet flat on the mat in front of you. Go ahead and hug onto your shins for a second. Try to get some nice length in your back so you can up with your crown. Your tummy needs to hug to be able to do this. Then bring your hands back behind you. Keeping the back nice and straight, we're going to go into half a boat pose. So bring up your shins, leaning back a little bit on your hands, and you can stay right here. But check out your legs and make sure that your knees aren't out or feet aren't askew. Keep them parallel. Figure like from your hip bones to your knees, and then the straight line again from the knees to the ankles to the toes. Now you can stay here, or you can bring your hands along each side of your shins and balance, and this is just a little bit more challenging. And this might be enough. Or if you actually want to go further, you can slowly lean back and straighten your legs and breathe and keep that back straight. So if you can't do this without keeping your back straight, go back into the other one until you build a little bit more strength. Now put your hands on the back side of your legs and slowly pull your tummy to your thighs and your thighs to your tummy. And we're balancing on the sit bones here. Keeping those legs parallel. Again, you can be checking out hip bone to knee, down leg to the ankle to the toes, everything parallel. And then cross at the ankles, and let's come into sit. Go ahead and just reach up with your crown. Tummy gently hugs. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Now keeping your left knee bent, bring your right knee up. Holding on to your left ankle, pull it towards your right hip. So I'll show you. Just hold it over towards my right hip. Then take your left hand on your right ankle and bring it over to the outside of your left knee. Put your right hand behind you. Inhale the left arm up overhead, and then bending at the elbow, bring the elbow to the outside of your right thigh as you start to twist. But don't keep going yet. So inhale, length up to the crown, exhale, twist, and then just keep going over like that, only as far as your body tells you it wants to go this morning. But you're going in the direction of looking over your shoulder. You don't ever have to get there, just the direction you're heading. Now if your hand is pressing down hard into the ground and your shoulder is up by your ear, relax that. One more inhale. And then on the exhale, slowly come back to the center and de-rotate a little bit. And let's switch our legs. So the right ankle is over by the left hip. Bring the left ankle to the outside of the right thigh. Bring your left arm behind you. Inhale that right arm up. Bending at the elbow, you start to twist. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist. And continue to go over like that. Always length before twist. And then wherever you are at your stopping point, check out your hand. Are you pressing hard into that hand? Or relax it and let that shoulder relax away from your ears. And breathe. One more inhale. And then on the exhale, come back to the center and de-rotate a little bit. And uncrustle your legs and we're going to lay down. Okay, so come down on your forearms first and then slowly lower your head and just scooch around bottom so your head's still on your mat. This might be a good time for that blanket to put underneath your head, but not under your shoulders if your head just needs a little bit of a comfort level there. All right, so knees bent, feet down on the mat. Let's inhale the right heel up towards the sky, and then let's bring the right knee out towards the right shoulder, and then come over and put the right ankle on the left thigh. And this is reclined pigeon. So this might be a perfect hip opener for you. You might be feeling this a lot. I'd like you to make sure that you keep your right foot flexed and the bottom of your foot is pointing towards the side. And if you can't do that with your knee bent like this, bring your foot out a little bit so that your right foot doesn't end up being as close to your chest. And you just kind of experiment with your own body here, and you want to make sure that your foot is facing to the side because this protects the knee. All right, so if this doesn't feel like anything and you want more, you take your hands and reach towards your hamstring and bring your left leg towards you. But again, keeping this foot flexed. And this isn't enough. You can take your foot and put it on the inside of your left elbow and hold on to that thigh and release the left leg. It can stay bent, or it can straighten out. And when you do that, you should really start to feel something, hopefully. Otherwise, you're super bendy and super loose in the hip area. And just breathe into the outside of this hip, and let's just open it. We hold lots of stress and tension in our hips. And so we do want to release that, especially in a yoga practice. And we spend a lot of time sitting, and sitting creates tight hips. So this is a great pose. Reclined pigeon. All right, wherever you are, you want to release your leg to your thigh, and then reach the right heel up towards the sky, reaching that heel out as you slowly drop it as a straight leg down to the mat. And then bend the right knee to meet the left. Reach the left heel up towards the sky. Bring the left knee out towards the left shoulder first, and then go ahead and put it on the right thigh. Again, staying here, making sure that foot is flexed. Or you slowly start to try to go for more sensation. Your body will give you the opening, and then when it does, and it says, okay, I could do more, that's when you walk through it. You don't force your body into a pose it's not ready for yet. Breathing into the outside of this left hip. Whatever position you ended up in, close your eyes. Feel the opening. Imagine all your stressors just flying out through the opening of this hip. Gone. One more breath here. And wherever you're at, go ahead and release your left foot to your right knee. Then reach that left heel up towards the sky as you slowly, with a straight leg, drop it down, giving length as it comes down to the mat. And then bend the left knee to meet the right. Bring the right knee into the chest and then the left. Let's go ahead and give yourself a hug and a squeeze of appreciation for all your work today. Keeping your low back on the floor if you want to rock side to side. That sometimes feels really good. Exhale your arms out to a T, and let's cross the right knee over the left. Keeping your gaze to the sky, see if you can drop your knees over towards the left. Now your shoulder blades may come off the ground as you start to move over, but see, once you're down, you can scooch around a little bit to get your shoulder blades either on or close to being on the mat. And close your eyes. And imagine you're feeling the sun on your face. Breathing into this beautiful reclined twist, very nurturing for the spine. Also, it's a little bit of an additional hip stretch. Alrighty, engage your tummy muscles, bring them towards the spine, then lift your legs up, uncross, recross the other way, left knee over right, and slowly drop over to the right. Once you're down, your shoulder blades have come further away from the mat. See if you can get them closer. Close your eyes. Again, imagine feeling the sun on your face. Your body is warm and relaxed and open. Inhale and exhale into the spine. Engage your tummy muscles. Now bring your knees up and across. One last little squeeze. And then release your feet to the mat. And let's have the ankles and the knees together. And then go ahead and drop each knee open to the side. Now we're starting to open and relaxing the inner creases of your hips. And let's make this our Shavasana for today. Unless it's not comfortable. And then you can bring your feet out to the outside as you drop your knees in, or you can simply straighten your legs. So whichever you prefer. We want you to be comfortable. This is a restorative pose. So open your palms for the sky. Maybe roll your shoulder blades a little bit more underneath your back. Relax your forehead and your eyebrows. Your cheeks and your jaw. Your lips and your tongue. Take a nice big inhale into your shoulders and chest. And on the exhale, allow them to melt down onto the mat, away from your ears. Relax your arms, your hands, your fingertips. Let's inhale into that inner crease on the hip socket. Exhale, just send a message to that area to relax, release. Relax your thighs, your knees, your calves, and your shins. Your ankles, your feet, and your toes. Everything relaxes. Now, if your knees have dropped open to each side, with your right hand, help your right knee upright and pause for a second in that neutral position, and then your left hand helps your left knee up to meet your right. Reach your arms up overhead in your early morning stretch. And then roll onto one side and pause for just a moment, eyes closed. And then with your hands strength, go ahead and push yourself up into a comfortable cross-legged position. Again, if you want to put a blanket underneath your hips for more comfort. Rest your hands on your legs. Relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. Feel like you're getting length in the back of your neck. Take a nice deep inhale in through your nose, filling up your tummy, expanding your ribs. At the end, the chest lifts. And a slow 5-count exhale through your mouth. Bring your palms to touch in front of your heart. Gently tuck your chin to your chest and pause. Send love and appreciation to yourself for the time you took today to be on your mat. And when you're ready, lift your head and open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again soon.